All right, guys, top of the morning. Happy Monday 10th. I don't know about you, but it might be an adjustment period. You might have hoped to have a little bit more sleep than what you had this morning. Maybe you're feeling a little bit groggy. Maybe you're just not feeling like you're the same as you normally would, but that's okay. You'll get over that in just a couple days. But it's good to see you guys. I'm really excited about the day coming to you from a weekend full of gratitude. And it's just cool to have relationships in this business that I didn't have 5 years ago. And I'll just share a quick story with you, and then I'm going to have somebody take us out on the field. So my buddy Jeremy, who's the one that originally sponsored Kenny and I to come to this amazing company, and then from there, the rest is history. But he called me on Thursday and said, hey, he's a season ticket holders for the Warriors G League team up in Santa Cruz, and he sponsors them, and he's got his name and his team name all throughout the venue. He's like, once a year they play at Chase, and he's like, I got 2 tickets courtside. Do you want to go? I was like, sure. Sure. I said, what do I owe you? He's like, it's my treat. And I was like, how cool is this? And I don't know. I'm not that guy. I've never sat courtside, and I don't even care if it's the G League or if it's the Warriors. There's a feeling that you have when you pass everybody and then you walk to your seats on the court. There's just a feeling. It felt really, really good. I'm like, all right, I'm rocking like this. I like this. Where's E40? I was looking around. He wasn't there. But it was just a really, really cool experience. And then Jeremy taps on me and says, hey, you see the guy to the left of you? Literally the seat next to you? I'm like, yeah. He's like, that's the president of the Warriors. I was like, really? And so what'd your boy do? I just chopped it up, had some fun. I was like, man, you put me in. If the team starts to struggle, you put me in. We were laughing, we were joking, took some pictures together. So it was just cool to be in that environment, to be able to sit with the president of the Warriors and chat with him and chop it up and make jokes. And so coming to you guys full of gratitude, super, super happy that we were able to have that experience and get home really, really early because it was a day game. So just want to share that thought with you, share that sentiment. But I'm going to go over to Christina. Christina, it is good to see you. I know that you had an amazing experience in Puerto Rico. We saw you guys' stories, your accomplishments, everything that you guys are doing in the money store. So I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm sure you're riding a high after that, vacation. So I'm going to turn it over to you to bring us out on the field on this beautiful morning.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. I came back from Puerto Rico. It was amazing that the company did for us. And really starting my Monday off, when you're out and you're like, okay, I got to get in my jam. And even with this time change, I went to the gym at 5:30 this morning because I knew I needed to get in a disciplined mindset back. Even though, we all work the same. We work 7 days a week, right? But getting back into routine, I knew I'm going to do it. I'm going to get up. I did. Got up in the morning, and that's what I would tell you guys is get disciplined, get on a schedule, set your Monday the right way, because I promise you it will follow throughout the day and throughout the week.
Beautiful. And one key takeaway from Puerto Rico, that whole experience from you, what was that like? I've never been.
Sitting with, I sat right next to in one of our dinners, the CFO and the CEO. And it's just this amazing and humbling feeling, because you would never think that here's these men that are very smart and powerful, but so humble and always talking to us and saying, we appreciate you. So those type of things, it feels good, because I think when you're within this big company, you kind of self-doubt sometimes, imposter syndrome. And it's so empowering being around really strong people. And also going back to what you said with the Warrior game. I remember Steve Harvey said, put yourself in first class one time, experience what that feels. And last year we went to Grand Cayman. I did first class, and I did it again this time. And even though the company only pays for economy, I paid for the upgrade, because it puts me in a mindset of I want to sit here. I worked my ass off all year to make this. I want to make sure I remember this feeling so that I make this trip again of the top, I think it's top 15 of the company, but also feel what it is to sit in first class. And it may sound so bougie, but it just gives you this feeling I was ready. I was all right, I'm doing my follow-ups. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to get back disciplined, because my ass is going to be here next year again.
I love this. Well, congratulations. So top 15 are at this annual event. How many people in the company? Just so I can have some.
Loan officers, it was all loan officers that made it. I want to say we're at like 60 something all across the entire US. It's about 60 something. So Ashley, Vivian, and myself made it, and we're rooting to bring the rest of the team on with us again. Ashley is a 3-time Circle of Excellence, and Vivian and I are 2-time Circle of Excellence. So
I
feels
love,
good.
I love this. Well, let's give them some love, some light, some emojis on the screen. You know, we're all celebrating with you and we're all achieving and working towards similar goals. So thank you to everything that you do for us. And Ashley, don't go far. I'm going to come back to you in a couple of minutes, but I love this. I have a sentiment for you guys. I want to share this with you. And my hope is that this truly lands. If you are somebody on here, now obviously we want you to sell a shit ton of real estate. We want you to go impact the real estate community. But past real estate, what else do you want to build? Or within your real estate business, what do you want to build? And my encouragement to everybody on this call, with the reach that you have, with the visibility opportunities, with your use of social media, with the booths, everything that you have at your fingertips, also your community impact, the reach that you have within your community, I want to encourage you guys to build something if you want to build something, meaning that take that risk and take that gamble. Listen, you might not have all the answers. You might not have all the details. You might use a little bit of ChatGPT to help you out. But I promise you, if you have a desire to build something, then put it on your calendar and just start building it. And so many great things will come from it. Maybe it's a course. Maybe it's what Liz did over the weekend with this dog adoption as well as real estate education, whether it's a women's retreat, whether it's a man's retreat, whether it is a council of some sort. I don't know what it is for you guys. Maybe you want to get into the coaching space. I don't know what it is. Okay. But what I want to encourage you to do is just build it. And if there's anything that I could do on my end to help you, then feel free to let me know. Be like, hey, Elias, I have some thoughts on this, and let's brainstorm. If it's going to impact you, your family, make sure that you're diversifying all of your talents and your efforts, then hey, I'm here for that. So I want to encourage you guys, if you have a desire and you have a goal or you have a burning sensation to just want to go and build something, build that shit. Build that shit. And if I can help in any way, I'll stand in your corner. Make sense? The reason why I'm sharing this with you guys, this was mine and Vernon's Saturday. Now it's a lot of chicken scratches, but it will all make sense one day. So this was our Saturday morning. We locked ourselves in the Stockton office for hours and we just brainstormed and wrote all kinds of things about keep it moving, all kinds of things about intensity. And so if you guys have a desire to build something, go out there and build it. So I'm going to go to Ashley really quick. I see you got stationery. You had a big smile on your face. I saw all your stories. I saw the slide, all the things that you're doing. Anything that you want to share, anything that's on your mind after you just got back from this amazing trip?
Oh my gosh, Christina hit the nail on the head. We just have the best company. I slid down a mountain. That was crazy. So much fun. We jumped in the pool with all of our clothes on with one of the like regional presidents, and we got out and our CEO was standing there and we were like, oh crap. I was like, I'm in trouble. We're gonna be in trouble. He was so cool. He's like, are you guys cold? Do you want a towel? We paid the security guard. We're good. I was like, whoa, our CEO is like the coolest guy. And you wouldn't know by talking to him. He's very like stern and professional. But that moment I was like, oh my gosh, we work for the coolest company. This is great. And right while we were getting back ready to go, Christina said, you know what? I'm going to use this 5 hour flight, that the second leg for follow-ups. And I was like, you're so right. And it hit you on another level. We hear it all the time. It's not the big extravagant things that we see on social media, the awards, the like sliding down the mountain, the riding horseback. That's all fun, but that comes from the 5 hours of follow-ups, the boring crap you don't want to do. The 5 hours of follow-ups, the writing out plans, the social media planning, all of the little things behind the scenes is what people don't see. And so I spent 5 hours in the plane doing 60, 70 follow-ups, and I did leverage ChatGPT. If you haven't helped use that for follow-ups, screenshot, hey, this client hasn't responded to me 6 or 7 times, write a creative follow-up. Here's my notes about them. And it works. I've got a lot more responses in that 5 hour stretch.
God, I absolutely love this. Well, congratulations to you as well. I love watching the journey. So really good stuff. And I wrote here, and I said this on Friday, you guys, prospecting is your oxygen. When you're thinking about all the things that you're doing in your business, at the core of what you are doing is lead generation. And if you look back through your weeks and like, God, I haven't done much lead generation, then you have to ask yourself on the other side, like, what am I actually doing? So prospecting is your oxygen. On Monday, I want to set some clear intentions. And so here's what I want to do. We're going to have a conversation as we always do on Mondays to get very, very clear on the road ahead. So Monday morning, we're going to start this week with some intentions, and we're going to go right into our wins for the week. And so I need 3 people to get in the queue for this. As always, you guys are going to carry this conversation. And here is the first question. If you could only focus on one thing this week to move your business forward, what would it be and why? Like if it was just one thing, you mastered that or you got really good at it, and you said, you know, if I just do this, if I just build my email list, if I just follow up with my 20 clients from Saturday, whatever it is, I don't care what it is, but if you could focus on one thing this week that would move your business forward, instead of trying to do all of these things, jack of all trades and master of none, like what would that one thing that you could do this week to move your needle? What would the one thing be that would move your needle this week? So I need 3 people to get involved in that conversation. If you were to isolate this and say one thing, what would that one thing be? So Chicken Mom, raise her hand. Glenn, raise her hand. Sarah, raise her hand. I got my 3. Let's go, Chicken Mom.
Follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, boss. Follow up, boss. That's
All right, so go a little deeper. So talk to me behind the why. Tell me a little bit about that and the why.
why, because I'm starting to get over the, oh, I don't want to be annoying to my sphere. I'm annoying, very annoying. If that's what you want to think, I'm just keep reaching out, and people are becoming receptive. So I'm just staying on top of it. I'm not being like, oh, well, I messaged them last week. They didn't respond. So you're getting another message this week.
I
And
love
and Chat GPT will make it funny. So yeah, I've been having Chat GPT make some funny things. So I had a client that no showed to a showing with me. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to message her. She just completely disregarded me. And I was like, you know what would Elias tell me to do? He would tell me to message her again. So I said, ChatGPT, make something funny and light for someone that ghosted me at a showing. And they made it was funny, it was light, it was cute. She responded. We showed houses on Saturday. She is finishing up being pre-approved, and
Let's go. Let's go. I love this. Here's the thing, you guys. We never know what's going on the other side. Something could happen. Something could have, been bad in their life, an accident, whatever the case is. And so at the end of the day, you should never feel like you're bothering somebody because why? You, as the agent, have to go to the core. What is the core? My core is to really, really help people build wealth and help them achieve the dream of home ownership. Why? What do I do? Well, I'm the great emancipator of the dream. And I'm never going to let people down, and I'm never going to stop following up because, Brianna, isn't it important for you and your family to own a home, whether it's 6 months or 1 year down the road? Isn't that still important? Absolutely. So I have an obligation, I have a duty, I have a right to make sure to follow up with you to see where we're at in the process and what can I do to help your family get closer. So never look at my text messages as annoying. I'm here to provide support and help. So if that is the core of what you do, then you shouldn't feel like you're annoying people. And
exactly.
we're salespeople. Okay? Whatever.
And when it came down to it, she explained that she had an agent that was pushing her and was rude, and she was scared to respond to me when she couldn't show up to the appointment because of the experience that she had with the other agent. So my funny, lighthearted text message, still following up after that experience, is what won me over,
All
or
right.
what won her over for me.
All right. So we all want to know, what was the text? Read it to us.
Oh, hold on. You know what? I have to find it. It's in my Chat GPT. I'll put it in the chat when I find it. Sorry,
Okay,
guys.
do that. Love it. Love it. Glenn, let's go to you. If there was one thing that you could focus on that would move your business forward, what would it be and why?
Yeah, it's not could, I will. Right. So I had well, I spent the weekend in a workshop for all day Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, helping others, supporting myself. And, one of the things that I remembered out of this workshop is that I need to behave more like a child. And when we look at a kid, when you're in the grocery store and you see the little girl that's just twirling with her finger up her nose in the middle of the grocery store, she doesn't care about anything or anyone. She doesn't give a crap what you think about her. She is just being and in that moment. And so I'm going to have 25 conversations with my sphere this week and bring them light. I cheat myself a lot of times where I make the call and I leave the message and I was like, I'll check them off. No, I'm going to have those conversations, check in with them, see what they're being, and do it with that child-like attitude where I don't give a shit what anybody else is thinking. I'm making these calls. I'm having these conversations. I'm going to twirl in the grocery store with my finger up my nose, right?
You know what? I love the visual that we all just got, but it takes me back to the movie Stepfather or Step Brothers. At the end, he's like, just like I lost my dinosaur, right? I lost my dinosaur. Someone like, just go be a dinosaur. Rock those fucking drums, Dale, and go be a dinosaur. And you guys go and sing and just Catalina wine mixer. But yeah, man, I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that, Glenn. Really, really good stuff. Sarah, let's go over to you. Same question to you. And Glenn, thank you because you set some very, very clear intention with what you said. Not if I could, what I will do. And thank you for changing that up. So Sarah, let's go to you. Same question.
So I don't know about you guys, but we do a lot of walks in our neighborhood. So there's been a few houses now that, you're like, shoot, I should have done this, shoot, I should have done that, because now they're listed, right? So just simply walking our neighborhood, we've noticed that, there's like 3 or 4 homes now that look like they could potentially be listed. And I think it's always like, I got to contact the title company and get their contact information. Then I got to pull comps, and I got to drop something off, So I think it just goes back to just like having it more simple and just kind of knowing what you need to do, set a day to do those things, and actually initiate the action. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do this week is contact those 4 doors.
I love it. So what I'm hearing you say, correct me if I'm wrong, is that you're ready. So if you knock the door, somebody says, hey, I'm actually considering or interviewing agents, like you have everything prepared and ready. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Yeah, it's just getting everything together, right? I mean, I've just noticed there's houses that look like they're going to go on market. You can kind of tell when someone's like moving out, or maybe they're painting or whatever it is. I think it's more of just like taking that initiative to like find out exactly what's happening to get that first slot of maybe, I don't know, talking to the owner or whatever it is. So
Yeah. You guys, how many of you have seen a listing go up in your neighborhood on your block? Please raise your hand if you've seen that and your name wasn't on that sign. That right there should kick you in the ass. That should hurt a little bit. Like, what? Right? Like, did I ever talk to that person? Did I walk that neighborhood? Do I know? You should know. You should be the ambassador of your community, and you're only going to find that by being out there, taking the walks, knocking on the doors. I saw moving boxes. What's going on? Where are you guys going? Are you guys moving? You guys interviewing agents? I'd love to be the person. I live right down the road. Let's have a conversation. I'll share with you how our team, sold over, X amount of homes over the last, whatever that verbiage is. But if you see a listing sign go up in your neighborhood, it should hurt. It should hurt. And so, Sarah, I love this. Let's continue on. You guys got a next question up here. Think about the biggest roadblock in your business right now and what would need to happen for you to overcome it. And I'm gonna flip this on you. And if someone else had the exact same challenge, what advice would you give them? So a lot of times you guys can identify some of the biggest challenges that you have in your business and you know what you're facing. But if a homie in the business came up to you and they were talking to you, I'm sure that you would probably give that person some advice, even if you hadn't had it figured out yet. You'd be like, let me share with you. Let's do this. This is what I would do. Go to your social media. I'm sure you'd give them some good advice. So I need 3 people to answer that question. Think about the biggest roadblock in your business right now. What would need to happen for you to overcome it? And if someone else was facing that, what advice would you give them? Because that advice that you're going to give them, it's the same advice that you're probably going to give yourself. So let's roll. I need one more person to get in the queue. I got Blessing, I got George, and who else is going to be a brave soul to throw their hand out there, get involved in this conversation. So I'm not going to go on until I get one more person. So let's just sit here weirdly and I'll look at the screen. You guys, thank you. Good. Thank you. Blessing, let's roll.
The beautiful thing about this question is I had this conversation this weekend with my friend here. So my biggest obstacle or bottleneck, roadblock in my business is that I have leads that are just, they don't have the flow. That system of like, where do I put them hasn't been established. And even though like I'm able to like work with people as they come and I've been able to handle the 3 or 4 that I've had, well, my active buyer list has doubled and my capacity to be operating at the same level, it's like you just can't. Like I'm fried, I'm shot, like I'm tired, I'm missing things. So creating that system with my friend, she's looking at um rebranding her coaching business. And I literally was like, when are you working on it? How long have you been talking about it? Like, why are we still talking about it? Did you put the time on the calendar to work on it? Like, when are you going to? And I made, because I pushed her, we have a check-in next Friday, but she worked on it while she was here because we had some downtime. So it comes down to put it on the calendar when and as you have the downtime, or if you feel like you're going to start complaining about this, don't complain, pull out your computer, whatever the notes are, and create the flow. So I have the template for all of my emails that need to go into my campaign, like that I was able to work on. So now it's just implementing. So I took the action towards clearing the roadblock instead of talking about it again.
Okay. First off, I love this. Okay. Every single thing that you do up to getting the person to meet with you for an appointment, is it safe to say that you have a system, you have a cadence, you have a flow, right? Up to that point.
Yes.
Right. So if somebody calls from Zillow, you know what to say, correct?
Mm-hmm.
When you're first showing, you know what you're bringing, what you're doing, some of the questions that you're going to ask to build rapport, to understand, to uncover what they're truly trying to accomplish, correct?
Yes.
And from there, you're going to do what? Here's what we do next. We're going to set up for a buyer's consultation. And I can only imagine your buyer's consultation is fire. You're walking through the process. And then what you're doing is you're setting up next steps, right? So you work so hard to get somebody connected to you.
Yes.
You have to think about the proven process for now. How do I do long-term follow-up? How do I place them on my system? How do I automate some of my messages? Because you all work so hard to get that consumer. You work so hard to get a lead. Now we have to protect that asset that you've created and make sure that we do that. What I want to do, Blessing, if you're going to be there on Wednesday for our database days, I'd love to bring your account up. And I'll show you some opportunities in your FUB live where we can enhance, make some changes, and make sure that every single person in your database has a flow.
Okay. I will put it together. I'll be there.
All right. And then do you need a battery? Is that your house?
I was trying to go off mute. I was trying to go back on mute. It's Jabal's room. He has to say what he needs. If it doesn't bother him, I'm not going in there. We are establishing independence. I will put myself back on mute so you don't have to hear it. I'm sorry.
I would burn my house down. I would burn it down.
It's his room. The battery is there for him to put up. I'm not.
Okay. All right. So we do warden walkthroughs. So we go through the kids' rooms, and that shit better be clean and better not smell like funky socks.
5 days of basketball. If this was a scratch and sniff screen, I would never raise my hand.
I could only imagine because Silas, already at 6 years old, has stinky ass little feet.
It's why. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, my poor little grapefruit car, I Febreze the whole thing. I wiped down the countertops. I don't know what he spilled in the back seat, but I freaked out because I'm like, is this sweat or is this water? Praise Jesus, it was water. But it was like, what is happening? I don't understand why they smell so bad.
Oh man, sorry guys. If you didn't hear that, the smoke detector was going off. Just change it in case there is actually fire in the house, please. Okay.
There's another smoke detector right there, but I got you. I will take care of it. I will protect my child for the sake of the group.
But listen, back to that. Listen, you guys, if you have the time, be at HQ this week. And if you're a guest on this line, I'm going to invite you. We're having Fix your CRM. We're going to go through some things, but I'm also going to give you a series of different scripts that you could text, use as video, or when you make your phone calls, and we're going to practice face to face. I'm going to have people read that out. You might even call each other just to warm up the lyrics, and then we're going to hit the phones. We're going to have some fun. There's going to be tons of people in the office. So make sure that you are there. I'll give you guys all some tips, some great scripts to make sure that we are booking more appointments and getting closer to you guys getting in contract. That's my contribution. That is my promise. Otis, don't go too far. Jamie, you're up next, then Stephen, then Otis. Let's go, Jamie. Let me bring the question back up because we started talking about smoke detectors. Let me bring this back up. Let's go, Jamie.
Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to say, well, you already hit on the subject that I was going to say about the CRM. If I could master the CRM, the follow-up boss, and all the things to get me to be diligent with those systems, that will be a huge success for me. So my roadblock right now is the systems, get them in place, how to get them in place where it can just roll without me manually doing so much, because I'm at this computer for hours trying to figure things out. So I'm so glad you're having this event on Wednesday, because I will be sitting there ready to get this going.
All right, Jamie. So we're going to switch spots for a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm the agent. You're the coach. What kind of information are you giving me? What is the message that you are telling me as an agent that has the same struggle right now?
The same, I would say to definitely look at the calendar, team up with someone that is team up with someone that is a boss at doing this stuff, that has the patience, that can help someone like me that is like completely new to the new system. So I would say team up with someone that got it all in place, and be vulnerable and ask someone for help. Because my problem was before was asking someone for help. So I would say ask for help, let people know you need help, and don't be afraid to say you need help. Go out there and just jump in and say, hey, I need help. Can you help me? Can you take a half hour of your time just to walk me through these steps? I think that would be key.
Okay, I love this. And I'm going to go a little bit further with you, if I may, Jamie. Can I go further? So I look at this in a very, and to answer Heather's question really quick. Heather, the lunch and learn is on Tuesday. Our database days is on Wednesday. It's on the team calendar. It's reflected. It's from 1 to 3 at HQ.
Okay, thank you.
You got it. You got it. So Jamie, when we think about our rocks are the immovable. It's the most important things in our business. And oftentimes we don't focus on the rocks. We focus on the smaller things, the pebbles. Now the pebbles are important, but what is most important is the immovable, and that is the rock. An immovable for you is an operational efficiency. The operational efficiency in this case is follow-up boss. So follow-up boss is the rock that supports the funnel and supports all the leads that you get from all your endeavors. Then you have to say personal self-accountability. Now, I do need some help. I am vulnerable to ask for the help that I need, but also what are you doing to study that platform? What are you doing to put yourself in there? Like, right, for example, put yourself as a consumer in your follow-up boss and just play around with some of the campaigns, some of the what is it called? The follow-up campaigns that they have in there, and like start playing around with it. Also, we have tons of videos, and if you don't know where to find those, I'll send that to you. But if the operational efficiency is to master that in order to support the mass amounts of people that you're going to be talking to, then own a lot of that and be like, all right, I'm going to watch the videos. I'm going to watch the tutorials. I'm going to go through this. I'm going to go to the follow-up boss trainings that we throw. We just had one last week. And so own a lot of that as well. But I promise you, there's people on this team that will help you. But if the operational efficiency is important because it's a rock, then spend that time and live and follow up boss. And I promise you, follow up boss is not that hard once you start using it. When you don't use it and you walk into it, you're like, oh my God, I don't understand any of this. So what happens is that we'll look at it and be like, I'm a little confused by this. And then we choose to like close it down and not really work in it. It happens to a lot of us. We get overwhelmed with the functionality when all I want is you to use it in a very simple way now so you can grow and get complex later. So own it, watch the videos, ask for help. But yes, come to database days on Wednesday because we're going to go full tilt on this conversation. Let's go George Stevens, and then Otis, you're on deck. George, I'm going to pull this back up so you see the question, and never mind my calendar. And then we'll go right into this. Boom. All right. Same question for you, George.
Yeah, so I actually love the comment you made earlier about jack of all trades, master of none, because I've struggled with that in my career, even me. I feel like right now I kind of skipped some steps, being that I've been a realtor for about 7, 8 years now. And since I've been here, I've already put in kind of the work in building my connections, creating my systems, everything like that, already establishing some deals. I feel like my biggest roadblock right now is just sitting down and just knocking this license out. I kind of worked backwards and did everything I'm supposed to do after I get my license. So now I have to just get that out the way so I can go full force and doing everything I want to do out here. So I feel like my biggest thing to do is just sit down, just put all my energy into that and just get that out the way so I can go full force into the market. Even I've helped some people get licensed and over the years, and I've given them advice while they were in my office trying to get their license to get started in New York. And I feel like I have to just tell myself that same advice. Just organize yourself, put in the work, dedicate the time, manage your time well, and get it done.
I love that. I love that. You guys, I'm always going to give that analogy that if you were a coach and you're putting your hands on your shoulders, and I'm looking Glenn dead straight in his eyes, and I'm looking in his eyes and saying, hey, this is what needs to happen. This is what's going to move your business forward. And I'm here to support you, but I'm here to push you to make sure that you're doing those things. Like, have that conversation with yourself, have that conversation and be very, very clear on what that is. If you need additional support, obviously I'm here. Other people are here for you. But George, I really like that you're reflecting, saying, you know what? Now it's time to go back to the start line again and put all these things in motion, because you're doing activities, but you want to make sure that you're getting paid and you're getting paid legally and doing all the things. I hear you, my man. So great stuff. Otis, let's go to you. What is your contribution? Let's hear from you. Top of the morning.
Top of the morning. I see you had your three. I wasn't gonna leave you hanging, and then I put it down, but I'll give it a go still too. For me is the outside noise. For me, for a long time, I think that I was paying attention to the outside noise. Being on a team as big as this, it is hard not stay in your lane or look and only worry about you. It's so competitive every day. Oh, every Tuesday you get there and you get on the board. And I guess for me, was the buildup for a whole year of coming every Tuesday, knowing I wasn't going to see my fucking name on the board. So it was kind of like, you know, like, okay, so I was looking over there. I'm like, how many sales they got, or how many? Until I got out of that, literally late last year, is where you start seeing the growth a little bit. And then coach has been saying it for the last couple of months. It's because I stopped listening and stopped caring about everything, and I took the outside noise, and I only started worrying about myself. Obviously, my partner Jacob, and then Gary, because we knew Gary was going to get his. Shout out to Gary, just got his license. He's just about to onboard, so we got that. So and then thinking about where you want to be. Don't think about the day to day stuff, because that shit will definitely get you in your head. It'll definitely get you out your zone. And then being okay with doing what you're doing for the day. Like, I know that we all set a schedule. I know we have time to do this all day, but it's okay. It is okay if you don't fuck around and reach all 10 of your goals that you need to do today. That means if you only did 6, your ass better make sure you did the 4 from the previous day. So I'd say just not listening to the outside noise. And if I was talking to someone else, it's going to be like, hey, there's going to be some people in this industry that are just going to shit on you, and they're going to tell you they're not going to hold your hand. And there's going to be ever so many few people like myself that will help you. So, like other people said, it's okay to ask for help. This shit is fucking hard. 89% of the people that try to join this business don't make it. So if you're past that and you want to be that 11%, then you're going to have to keep the schedule that's been kept. Because I can tell you, ever since I heard that, it's like, okay, don't overload it. Put enough on that plate just to keep the stomach, moving and grooving. Because if you put too much on it, you're gonna get that itis and you're gonna slow down. So I would say that's for me. That's my segment.
Man, really, really good stuff, Otis. Glad you raised your hand per usual. You guys, when you think about everything that we do, the hard stuff, the getting said, told no, door slammed in your face, your video doesn't take off, all the things. Oh, nobody liked my video, nobody commented on the video. That's not nobody else's fault except for yours. But what you have to realize is that, like, I'm going through I don't care what I go through right now, because I know the big picture of my life and my business. So all the stuff that we go through, the challenges, the day-to-day stuff, that's part of it. I know that that's part of what I have to do in order to succeed. My vision is so big, it's all right. So you guys should be going there. But if the little things are taking you down, the little things are impacting your emotion and you're feeling horrible, like, you guys need to look further. Right? It's not about all the stuff, the data. Is it hard to learn the database? Absolutely. But once you get it, Now you have something that's going to help you grow. And so think about the big vision of your business and all this shit that we go through. It's just part of it. It's just part of it. So Otis, I really appreciate you sharing that. Let's go back into the next question, you guys. Let's go here. I like this one. It's going to be rapid fire, and I'm sure many people have an answer to this. If I gave you 30 minutes right now to go work on something that would lead to a deal, what would you do? 30 minutes, go right now. What would you do to go and get a deal right now? And I'm sure you have an answer to this. And if you don't, then I'm worried, but I know who this group is. So I need a few people to get, we can go rapid fire on this one. I gave you 30 minutes. Go out there, find yourself a deal. What are you doing? So I can't use this. Use an emoji on the screen. So use an emoji on the screen right now. 3 people. Do not be shy, because if I don't get anybody on this, I'm calling on 5 people. So I'm going to go 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, cool. I'm just going to call on you guys. If camera's on, I'm calling on you. If camera's not, I might call on you too. So Jacob didn't raise his phone, or his hand. So Jacob, I'm going to you, big dog. You got 30 minutes. Get yourself in a contract. Go find a deal right now. What are you doing? Where are you going? How are you going to do it?
I'm going to hit up these hot open house people that I've been having. So I just did one in Blackhawk, $6 million client. I would hit him up. There's a couple other people too, just going through then also Real Scout, checking who's looking at the most active, reaching out to them. I feel like I would get a good shot.
That's right. Thomas, I saw that you looked at 123 Main Street 5 times yesterday. I'm setting up my tours for today and tomorrow. What time you want to go see that property? Or, hi, Tom, came across this property, 17 Main Street. Based on how you've been searching in the past, I thought that this was a good look for you. Setting up my tours for today and tomorrow. What time you want to go look at that house? Jacob, perfect formula. Great job. Let's go, Heather. You have 30 minutes to go out and find a deal right now. What are you doing?
Literally 30 minutes. I just hit the streets and start talking to people.
Hallelujah.
I really, that's the first thing that came to my head. I just run out the door, grab some cards, and hit the streets.
That's right. I would just start knocking on some doors. Hey, I'm not sure what your plans are with your home in the next 2 years, but I have tons of buyers that are looking to move in this community. Do you know anybody that's planning on moving in this area? No? And then what are your plans? Fucking knock on doors.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Heather. Good stuff. Ashley, let's go to you. Then George will go to you, and then Otis will come back to you. Let's go, Ash. 30 minutes.
I keep a list of people who need to do an application but have ghosted me. I'd call their real estate agent, see if they could call them, and then I'd pick up the phone and call them, and then I'd send them a text and try to get somebody to actually do their application.
Beautiful. Love this. Really good stuff. George, let's go to you.
First thing I'm going to do is, thankfully, I'm good at making friends. I've made a lot of connections with other realtors, so I like to give my other realtors a crack at it first, see if there's anybody that I know that actually fits them, they might have a client for. Then I'll go down my list of maybe other people I've met at open houses, give them a call, say, hey, I have this going on right now. This might be a good deal for you. You might have somebody that's good for it, see if they can. Then I'll go down to cold calling and hitting the field and seeing if I can get it myself. So that's kind of how I attack it.
I love it. I love it. You guys, right?
In 30 minutes, I'll be good to go.
That's right. I love it. I love it. There is a market close to you right now, a house that just sold for well over asking price. I know it. I can look on the screen. Every single market that is represented on this call right now has a home that sold close to you for well over asking with multiple offers. Okay. All those other people that did not get their offer accepted are in the market looking for a home. So all you're going to do is knock on those neighbors' doors, let them know that Anderson sold their house, $40,000 over, had 11 offers. They could only accept 1. So I wanted to ask, do you know of anybody that's thinking about moving? Because I have 10 buyers that can't live in this community and they're brokenhearted. Oh, well, no, I saw them. They have moving boxes. Okay, cool. What about you? What are your plans with the house in the next 2 years? Like, I don't know that the neighbors just sold that home for 50 G's over. I didn't know that. And now here you come, letting me know that. That might be the information that I need. I would go and put some nice shoes on and just go walk. Otis, let's hear it from you. 30 minutes.
I got 30 minutes. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ring up my title rep and I'm gonna ring up my lender with the title rep for the sellers. I'm gonna tell her to print me out a farm so I can go door knock, so I'm not just running around in them 30 minutes like a chicken with his head cut off. And then for the buyer side, I'm gonna call my lenders and see like, hey Ashley, hey Stephanie, hey Christina, who's gotten their docs in? Is anybody? Oh, we got 2 of them. So I'm gonna, hey Elias, I see we just got pre-approved for 650,000. My guy, let's go window shopping. Let's go. So some stuff like that to be right away, because you do want to make sure the 30 minutes is worth it. You want to just don't be out there for sweating just for purposes. We were trying to go out there to get in deal, like you said. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, and then I'll call some FISBAs just for extra credit.
For extra credit. I love it. I love it. And then let's go to this last one, you guys. Really, really good stuff. Let's talk about commitment. Let's talk about accountability. We are at Monday, 9:15 on a Monday morning. What's the one thing that you would do in the next 24 hours that will impact have the biggest impact? Just one thing in the next 24 hours. I know we talk about the week, but that's one thing. Jacob said it, calling all of his open house people. Maybe there's a video that you're going to drop. And before we go there, before you guys answer this question, I want to give you guys the courage and let you guys earn your courage and develop your courage or whatever you have to do and process in the moment. I'm going to give you a quick example of taking action in a very massive way, and I want to show you the results. So I have a coaching client. You guys might know this gal. Let me share this with you. So this is one of my newest coaching clients, and her name's Julia. And she is a local realtor, amazing, amazing person, has a really, really strong community in the Polynesian world. Let me see. Can you guys see my screen yet, Ashley? Oh, there it is. All right, cool. So give her a challenge. Reach out on her social media, do a reach out, and do a special giveaway. Win. Join our Women's Day giveaway and earn your chance to win $200 to Sephora. Ladies, raise your hand if you have or if you would shop at Sephora for any type of products. Please raise your hand. Give me an emoji. All right, cool. So I told her to go do this, and here's what she did. Entry closes on the 30th. Winner announced on the 31st. She didn't say anything in the video. She just did a cool little special announcement. Today, we celebrate the strength, resilience, and achievements of women everywhere. To show our appreciation, we're hosting a special giveaway. Win a $200 gift card that gives gifts from amazing women-owned businesses. How to enter: tag a woman that you admire in this post. Entry closes on the 30th, announce on the 31st. Let's continue to uplift and empower and inspire each other. Tag a powerhouse woman in your life and spread the love. All right, so check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's go here. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on and on. Did Julia get more followers? Take yourself off mute. This will be a conversation. Did Julia get more followers?
Yeah, sure.
Because why? Because it was very, very simple. Tag a woman, how to enter, follow us, and then tag a woman that inspires you or that you admire in this post. Now what she has done is she has built her audience of all these powerful people. Do you think that some of these ads may buy a home sometime?
Yeah.
So this was one thing that you could have done to say, okay, what can impact my business in 24 hours? I wanted to give you context because that was one thing she did in one day. And look at all the tags. Look at all the tags. That's more people seeing all of your real estate. They might not even know who you are, but like, I want to win $200 at Sephora. So now I want to follow this person. Oh, she's a mom. She's a realtor. She's an entrepreneur. We're thinking about purchasing a house. That's somebody that I would want to rock with. And now when she does the raffle, the winner goes to Ashley. Wonderful. Be on the lookout for more raffles. And then she DMs every single person that was in that message or in that video tagged and say, thank you for entering my raffle. Your friend, Heather, put your name in the raffle. Thank you so much. Be on the lookout for more raffles. And hey, if you ever need anything or if you have any real estate questions, I'm your gal. Happy International Women's Month. Somebody say something. Ashley?
Genius. It's gonna work.
It's already, I wanted to show you that one thing, her shit's blowing up. She's already visible on social media, but you guys could do the same exact thing. Listen, fellas, you can do the same exact thing. This is not just for the females. This is for you paying homage and giving all the kudos to all the amazing women in our lives for everything that they do. You spend $200 at Sephora. I tell you what, you will get tons of engagement. So that was one thing that person can do, or that person did. What's one thing you could do in the next 24 hours that can have a massive impact in your business? Who wants to go? I see you guys. I need your participation. Listen, I shouldn't be asking the question and then you guys, nobody raises their hand. I'm going to show up for you. I'm asking you to show up for yourself. What do you got? What do you got? What could you do in the next 24 hours that make the biggest impact in your business?
Emulate what she just did.
What's that?
Emulate what she just did.
Copy that. R&D that. R&D that. Let's go, Ash. And then
So we can start setting up booths at all of these events that are going to start coming up. We're in March, which means all of the festivals, if you go to your local chamber of commerce, they're going to have them. Last year I did one and the real estate agent gave away Disneyland tickets and we all wore t-shirts that said, follow us to enter the Disneyland contest, and collected names and phone numbers while we were there, entered people in, hundreds of new followers, and you're meeting them in person too. So now they know you and know your face.
And imagine this. I just got 75 new apps. People tag that person. And then I sit there in one day and I make a personalized message to every single one of those people. Just as the intro, thank you. Your friend entered the raffle. We're going live on the 31st. Thank you. Just want to put a face to the name. So excited to have you be a part of this journey. Happy International Mother's Day. And then I follow up again after I do the raffle. Fucking game changer. Game changer. Who else got something for me? Brandy, I'm going to go to you. Morgan, don't go too far. I'm going to go to you. Aaron, I'm going to you. I need to force some contributions right now. Let's go, Brandy. And then Jess, you'll be up next.
I would definitely think about what upcoming events are happening, holidays, things like that, and start planning. Take those steps ahead and plan out, the next 24 hours on how you can leverage what's coming up and already be thinking about, how you're going to implement things that are coming up, for an example like that.
Yeah. How many of you ladies on this call have done something for this month, for Women's International Month? Please raise your hand if you've done that. All right, cool. I only see you guys have a huge opportunity. You have a huge opportunity to capitalize on it. It's only the 10th. It's only the 10th. You guys they're running this thing all month, and then they're doing the announcement on the 31st. You guys want social media activity. You want engagement. You want followers. You want to build your audience and your ecosystem. Do that. It is easy. You're overthinking it. Just go and do it. And I promise you great things will come, as you can see. Let's go, Jess.
Oh, yes. Hey, so what I've been doing lately is my daughter, who's like 12 years old, has her sells at the farmers market. She makes her own products of sugar scrubs and creams for the teens. And so I've been out there kind of engaging with everyone as they walk by, because parents come and, just showing up there. Also, the other thing is I've been joining tons of moms groups. And tonight I'm going to an event for like one of the moms, huge. And they're like super powerful women that I've been meeting, going to all the events. That's another helpful thing. I've seen a few who have joined some of the moms groups as well. But I think that's very helpful.
So Jess, I want to challenge you to create that video. Like I know hold on. I know there's a disconnect with you getting on camera, and I know the impact that it could have on your business.
Excuse me.
That woman's video, right? Hey guys, in honor of all the powerful women out there that have inspired me, that are inspiring you, I want to do a giveaway for those amazing women this month. This month I'm doing a giveaway. It's X amount of dollars to this place. Drop that and tag a person just like I showed you. And I promise you, great things will come. But only if you take the action.
Okay.
Yes, I appreciate you. Let's continue cruising on. Morgan, I'm not letting you off the hook. Morgan, what's good? You have 24 hours to do one thing, not things that you've done, one thing in the next 24 hours to have the biggest impact on your business. Morgan, what are you doing?
I'm getting out in my community. Today is Tracy Celebrates Children's Day, which is in honor of Sandra Cantu, a little girl that was killed in Tracy in early 2000s. So they're doing a day of children, celebrating the children. A lot of businesses in town are going in, doing discounts for things for kids, free pretzels, free jump time. So I'm just gonna get my kids out there. I'm pick them up from daycare early, get my kids out there at these events, and just start talking to parents.
Okay, listen, I absolutely love this. And I want you to go a step further. I want you to interview or just ask the question to the restaurants and the places that are participating in this and be like, hey, what does this mean for our community? And what are you guys offering? Oh, well, we're doing this. We're giving the kids this, free Sundays or whatever it is. Wonderful. Love that. And then you create that video and just tag those fucking businesses. Use their audience to get eyes on your business. Does it make sense? OPA, other people's audience. Morgan, I love that. Can't wait to see what you do with this. Let's continue cruising on. Who else did I say was going to talk? All right, Heather, and then we'll go back to Ash.
I had talked to a guy at the gym today, and they're doing a bunch of marathons. So they have hydration booths. So I had contacted him to get some information so I could set up a hydration booth. Another idea I wanted to give, a lot of the gyms, especially In Shape, they'll have a customer appreciation day. So what I've done before is I've set up a booth and done a raffle. So I'll have water bottles and I'll do towels and I'll have my logo on them. And then what you can do is you can go on Instagram and then you can tag all the other businesses. You can do a reel. And so it's a good way to have all those other businesses on your page. And then they're doing reels and you're in there. So you're collaborating with all these other businesses. So that's an idea. And as far as women's, what I have done before with other people is with all the Ipsy. I don't know if anybody's done Ipsy before, but I had all these makeup bags. And we did a thing for women where we put toiletries in there for women, little everything like a woman needs, just little travel size. And we just did like a big thing where everybody donated. And we went to the women's shelter and donated them all for the women's shelter. So that's always something that can be done for Women's Month. So just an idea.
So in the next 24 hours, I don't know if I got it. What are you going to do?
For me, in 24 hours, I don't know if I can do that, but I am going to be getting the information to sign up for the hydration booth.
All right. Yes, I love this. And if it has to do with the gym and they're doing this, be my swole mate, something along those lines. Really good tone to it. Kuhn has an ad up in his gym that says, be our swole mate. And it's, quick real estate plug. And so spin on words, put your marketing hat on. If you need any help, let me know. Ashley,
absolutely. This is the logo that I do on all my water bottles. Oh, you can't see.
Can't see it.
Dang it. There we go. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I saw that in the office the other day.
Yeah. So that's kind of what goes on the towels and everything, the gym. So
I love it. I love it.
Talk to you about marketing.
Let's bring us home on this topic.
All right. One of the other things I'm doing right now is getting closer into the community. My daughter's playing softball. I don't know how to play softball, but I volunteered to be an assistant coach. I'm in charge of the dugout. I also volunteered to sponsor. And so now the money store is going to be on the banner. Turns out one of the team mom is a real estate agent, and my client put an offer in on their house that they're listing, and we got it accepted. So I don't know if that factored into it, but I think the closer that we are with our community, like continuously, and then putting our name out everywhere we can, the better off we are.
I love it. You guys, listen, I want you to think really, really small right now is what I can do in the next 24 hours, right? What can I do in the next 24 hours? Then obviously plan out your week, go to the board, no excuses, no bullshit, no stories, just what is going to move my needle this week in my business, and do that. Listen, we all have an opportunity. All of us have an opportunity right now to go make a video like Julia did that is going to take off. And it's going to get more people in your ecosystem, more people to see your real estate stuff, and more people aware of your expertise. And at the end of the day, isn't that what we want? And if you can spend $200 to now look at She got over 75 leads. I call that person a lead because that person is now in her system. For spending $200 at Sephora, you guys, it's a win. Each of us have an opportunity to do something in our business. So go out there, move the needle in your business. It is Monday. Make this week count, shake some things up, do the hard things first. Go out there and make this a week that absolutely matters. I want to thank our guests for being here today. Thank you for being a part of Keep It Moving Group Coaching. And you guys, have an amazing, amazing week. I'll see you. Raise your hand. First off, raise your hand if you're joining me on Wednesday in person at HQ. Okay, cool. We're going to pack the house. We're going to have some fun. We're going to role play. We're going to get on the phones. We're going to shake that up, and we're going to have some, book some appointments, create some videos. We're going to do all things. So database days, Wednesday, be there, bring a friend. More information to come on that. If you need it, let me know. You guys have an amazing, amazing week. And as always, keep it moving toward your dreams, goals, and vision. Peace.